Grafted in Him to this section, Times of Restoration. My name is Ashley Sellers, and today in this episode number 11, we are going to be talking about your thyroid and the metabolic function in your body. So, does the thyroid control your metabolic process in the body? The answer is yes, it 100% does. And unfortunately, doctors just don't see it that way. They're taught in medical school that that's why there's a specialty doctor for each part of the body, when in reality, it should be looked as a whole, because everything is connected and one thing influences the other or affects the other. So that's why understanding that your thyroid does affect every metabolic process in your body is so important to understanding how to heal. So, some facts. An estimate of 20 million Americans have some form of thyroid disease, but up to 60% of those with some form of thyroid disease are misdiagnosed. So there's people walking around that, number one, have not been diagnosed but have it. Number two, have been misdiagnosed and they're walking around taking medications for other things that have nothing to do with that. And when in reality, the root cause of their symptoms is the thyroid and their metabolic process, and they don't know that because the doctors don't know that, unfortunately. So the symptoms can often be mistaken for other health problems, and let's go over a few of the symptoms that you may be or people can experience when it comes to any form of thyroid weakness or issues. So chronically cold hands and feet, low pulse rate, low basal body temperature, low immune function, elevated cholesterol, digestive issues, if you have a sluggish liver, increased blood pressure, sleep issues, brain fog, fatigue, extreme tiredness, low energy levels, difficulty focusing, unexplained weight gain or weight loss, and hair loss. So if people are experiencing any of these symptoms, your thyroid, your metabolism, your hormones need some supporting. So basically your endocrine system needs some supporting. And unfortunately, doctors just want to have people take the pills to the point where they feel like now then the pills aren't working, so they just opt for removing their thyroid. And then once that happens, there's no going back. And I feel like that is one of the biggest mistakes, because the thyroid is such a crucial and it's such an important organ for our body, especially for the endocrine system. The thyroid is one of the most vital glands that we have in our body that plays a major role in our metabolism and in regulating many body functions. So once you have that taken out, there's no going back, and you will have issues moving forward with your health. I feel like when people, when clients now want to come to me and they're like, I want to get a second opinion, or I want to see what other options are there because I know how important this gland is in my body. It's like, yes, okay, you understand that. So then let's work on the root cause. That's why I'm so grateful for iridology, because iridology can help look into what is actually going on. What are your genetic weaknesses, your DNA? What does your body need? What is your body lacking? And so that gives me all the answers that I need in order to guide you through the right path and suggest the perfect meals or foods, healing foods and herbs that will benefit you and help your body, support your body through the healing process. So that's why, people make their own decisions. Obviously, I believe in medical freedom. People are responsible for their own health, but I've always believed if we have an organ there and the gland is there, it serves a purpose, and eliminating it, taking it away, will bring negative effects and results into our body. And so It's very important to understand that. So the thyroid is one, like I said, one of the most vital glands that we have in our body that plays a major role in our metabolism and in regulating many body functions, like, for example, our growth and development, our reproductive system, our weight gain and weight loss, there's so many things. It even supports our immune system. So it is super, super important. Now, if you are watching this video and you feel like you may have or may be feeling or going through some of these symptoms that I mentioned before, there are certain tests that you can ask your primary doctor for through blood work, and make sure you write this down, TSH, T4, T3, FT3, FT4, TPO, TGO, and RT3. These are different tests that you can get done through blood work that are directly related to your thyroid. Typically, doctors only test for TSH, but unfortunately, that's just not enough for them to see what's going on. The other option is an iridologist, where we can immediately identify signs of weakness in the thyroid, then help support your body so that it can heal itself. So those are two options. You want to go the route with your primary doctor. You can obviously meet with them and ask them for those specific tests so that it can also give them a better idea of what may be going on with your thyroid. Or you can always contact me for a consultation. So, however, you don't need testing to start supporting your thyroid health and your metabolism right now. So there are many things that you can do, like managing stress, making sure you're eating your carbs, making sure you're eating every 3 hours, making sure you're consuming greens, and making sure that you're taking time for yourself, for self-care. There's also a herb that I talked about. Obviously the video is in Spanish, but I did talk about that in another video. I can maybe record that in English too. But there's a herb that's called ashwagandha. It is extremely supportive for the adrenal glands, for the endocrine system, for the thyroid, and I can say for experience, one of my genetic weaknesses is the endocrine system, and I'm being open about it because obviously, that's part of what I do. But healing my thyroid has been a big, it has been part of my journey, along with healing my reproductive system. And ashwagandha has been playing a big role when it comes to herbs. I don't really am as supportive of taking too many herbs, and the focus is to make sure that you're eating the right foods. So, and making sure that you're eating at the right times in the day. So, I would obviously suggest booking a consultation with me if that is something that you want to look into, but you can do those simple things like adding the ashwagandha to your daily routine, the greens, eating every 3 hours, getting enough sleep, things like that, while you can get your test done with your doctor. So I just want you to know that these symptoms are not normal, and just because more people are going through them doesn't mean that, just because it's normal, it doesn't mean that it's okay. It doesn't mean that it's the way that it's supposed to be. You can be healthy, you can live your life without having these symptoms, and you can find balance and harmony in your body again. And so that is the purpose, that is my goal in what I do, is to help women, help people find that healing within themselves, the balance, the harmony, and to be able to educate you and support you in how you can do that for yourself. Take your health in your own hands, because it is your responsibility at the end of the day. And so, yeah. So if you have any questions, any concerns, if you want to book an appointment, make sure that you can look us up on Facebook, A Restoring Life, or Instagram at arestoringlife.com, or you can contact me directly at arestoringlife@gmail.com, and I will be able to respond to you within the 48 hours. So yeah, I hope this video was good information for you, of value, so that you can kind of see where you're at with your symptoms and your thyroid and make a decision on what you want to do. So I will see you on the next video. Shalom.